one. You only had one character that I thought was weird, and that was Bela Lugosi.
I realized it almost immediately after I sent it off. I knew that it was gonna go wrong with you. So
well, it wasn't just me. It was universally loathed.
Okay.
Universally loathed. I was like, okay, this might not be so, like, old version. I can see this being an upset somewhere.
Yeah, but that one was but everything else, again, it really was a toss up. And for you, Randy, Ariana Greenblatt was the only one we all went, no.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know about this one, and I was like, yeah, that'll be fine. Like, that'll be fine.
Now, Randy, is there anyone that Derek picked that you thought was better than yours? That didn't win.
I actually like the Gregory Peck one. I was like, oh man, that's actually pretty good. I was like, that definitely looks, because I was really struggling on Jeffrey Dean Morgan the whole time, and just like, I don't even like him as president. And I was like,
okay,
but I was like, yeah, I'll do him.
Well, there's a reason why I put a stately gentleman in his description, is because he really is. It was a very inspired pick, especially old school. Because I mean, I think a lot of people get caught up in who's the guy now.
Yeah. And
all of Space and Time.
Right.
It was very difficult for me to go with. I went with Jeffrey Dean Morgan only because I really, unlike you, I really do like him, and I think he is underutilized. I think he plays a lot of these. He
plays the same kind of like tough, like I'm the big badass guy. But I was like, I bet he could be that guy, but also kind of heroic.
Yeah, I can absolutely see that. That's why. But I think Gregory Peck was. That's beautiful. That is an inspired choice. If there was one for inspired choices, that would be it. And your inspired choice, Randy, even though it didn't get picked, was Bokeem Woodbine.
Yeah,
I love him.
Both my other judges went. I'm going with Rod Steiger, but I really like that Bokeem pick. That's a good casting.
Yeah, I was like, I need a good character actor for this role, because it's like I remember that guy doing a lot of scenes. It's like I remember all his scenes, but it's just like I don't remember what he did.
Well,
yeah, I don't remember much either. But honestly,
he's just the guy that gets shot. He's a human shield.
That was it. He gets shot and he sits in a chair for most of the time, of the movie. I was like,
and I'm assuming neither one of you revisited the movie to go see it to recast. So I figured I'd get a good movie that people would want to see. I watched it again. So only because it's Harrison Ford, for God's sakes. If you could throw me a Harrison Ford movie and one of the best ones, I'm going to do it.
Gary Oldman.
Oh yeah. So tiebreaker would have been a double feature. So Fanboy Planet. Derek, what would be your double feature? Just give me the title.
Dave.
That's
a good pick.
Randy, what would have been yours?
Independence Day.
So why Dave?
Again, you're hitting by doing Air Force One on this day of all days. It's kind of dream presidents, and Dave is, though a comedy, is about a very terrible man being replaced by a very good one, who actually does care about the middle class and the poor and the struggling. And today is Tuesday, and everybody works on Tuesday. It's I like that fantasy. I need that fantasy right now. So, yeah.
You're hoping for the sequel, Joe.
Yeah,
I might be. Yeah, I'm really hoping for part 3, Kamala. But that's
that's fine.
Hey, whatever.
Yep. Randy, Independence Day, is that just because of the Bill Pullman speech?
Pretty much. I mean, it was like Air Force One is basically like the world's most action-packed president. And I was like, yeah, I also kind of like Independence Day because it's like it still includes the world's most like compassionate, like I don't know what to do, but I want to do good by everyone kind of president. And I was like, yeah. And I mean, that speech motivated people to fight aliens. Like, what? That was next level. How would you even, I was thinking about that speech today. Like, someone should make a YouTube video with that speech underneath. Like, today we fight. I'm like, yeah.
Well, what's next for you guys? Randy, you've won again. We'll see you in, it's going to be a while. We're going to see you in January, because that's the second round. Because it's 16 people, so it's eight games. So there's another 7. So 7 weeks from now, we'll see you.
Okay.
Yeah, I know.
I won. I'll see you guys next year.
That's how it works. I mean, I can't have 4 games playing at once like the NBA, the NCAA.
That's true. I was like, man, all right.
And we can't do it every day because I got life. But
Yeah.
what are you looking for out of the group? Because I know you know a lot of the other casters.
I would like. It's just. I don't know. I really want. I want a good match like this one. This was like, oh man, this is so close because it's just I keep getting hit with like different ideas about things. Like, why didn't I think of like an older version of this? And just like,
well, I have to say, if we do brackets like I showed that we had the two leagues. So last season, your bracket you destroyed, but the other bracket was always either a tie or 1 point. So it has been really close once you get to the playoffs. I'm hoping, I don't know how the new guys are going to work out, the newbie league, but I think having them randomly matched up, I think we're going to have a bunch of close ones. And I've got some different movies this time. They're not all action-packed. There's some weird things in there that I throw in there. And wait till we get to the semifinals.
oh no.
We did animated last time. We're going to do
Muppets.
something different this time. But Randy, well done. Derek, you're still allowed on the podcast. If that makes
I appreciate that. I enjoy
can come
guesting
back,
on
it's
your
fine.
podcast.
Because
Yeah.
we started off, we ended Matinee Villains Month with Randy. We started it with you in the fly.
Yeah.
And Alan, even on the last episode we just did, that was our 200th, said that was one of his favorite episodes of the last 100 we've done.
Oh wow.
That's cool. Thank you. That's good.
So we really appreciate it. And plug away. So go ahead and plug away, Derek.
Well, fanboyplanet.com, Twitter at fanboyplanet, as Fanboy Planet podcast, articles on the site, and I've started a YouTube channel doing interviews and reviews there as well. Also working on some writing, and I hadn't plugged this before. Of course, I am the author of the book I Was Flesh Gordon, so I know that violates your family thing, but there it is.
No,
It's still
you're not reading it. So.
No, and I wasn't actually Flesh Gordon, so and it's really not that dirty, because it's more about just getting through Hollywood in that time. So yeah, there you go. It's available from McFarland Press, and it's on Amazon.com.
Well, make sure to go get it because Derek's a great guy. Randy, what's going on with the Cult 45 podcast in the next now Thanksgiving?
Now Thanksgiving.
Or Nightmare?
More Nightmare. We're gonna keep going through Nightmare until we get to Freddy versus Jason. And then hopefully by December, we're going to do, we've been doing it for the last couple of years, for the last 2 years. We're going to do a straight Patreon month, patreon.com/cult45. For $3, you can choose what movie, and we will randomly decide which one to do for each. We try to do it each month. And that's how we got into the Freddy, the Nightmare on Elm Street series, because we just did Dream Warriors, which was a Patreon pick. And I was like, hey, all right.
I just was trying to figure out when Cult 45 turned into a trashy horror podcast.
It's just more like until the movies start churning out again to find replacements for that, we're gonna keep trying to do series. It's just like people like our series, and it's like, hey, I'll keep doing.